Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new, and if you're new, please subscribe. Also, like and share this video and leave a comment. Follow me on TikTok and on Instagram, all the links are in the description down below. And click on the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I make a new post. And we're gonna jump right away to the unboxing. Let's look at the box of Astral Spriggan. Here it is. So there's so many things going on with this Beyblade that I will discuss the other parts it came with on a separate video. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, but yeah, there's a lot of things we need to talk about with Spriggan, and I just want to focus on this amazing Beyblade right now. So I'll just show off that it does come with the S gear and all of these parts. And there's Shu Kurenai and the two sides of the Spriggan Beyblade. And that's pretty much it about the box. Let's begin with the review. So this is Astral Spriggan. And unlike the other Spriggans, the default mode is actually in left spin. Yes, that's right, the gold and red, the lighter part, is actually in left spin. And it looks amazing. There it is at the side. And at the bottom. So let's take it apart and review each part. Okay, so let's start with the driver. It is QUATTRO, and when I initially first saw all of these, this is one of the two parts that I'm actually the most excited about. The most that I'm excited about is not actually Spriggan, but QUATTRO, and another part from this set. If you know me, you can guess which I am most excited about, but one of them is this, simply because I am a big fan of mode changer drivers. So it is quite a tall driver. Here it is side by side with the original Zeta Dash. There, it's quite tall. If we use the tallest mode of Dimension Dash, it is a bit taller still. So yeah. Now to change modes, what you need to do is, you see that tab right there? There's one at each side. You have to push them the same time, or else you might break it, so make sure you push them at the same time. And that would lift up this part right here. So first we have a mini orbit metal. Next is the rubber tip, which is being compared with Extreme Dash, but for me, I think Quick is actually closer to it. Or yeah, maybe Extreme, I don't know. I feel like Extreme is a bit wider, and it is more closer to the width of Quick. Now, if you can see here, the rubber is just like glued there. It doesn't go entirely through. Unlike with these guys, you can actually see the rubber going inside. But with this one, it's only up to there. And I don't know if you can like pull it off, but I don't want to try that. And the rubber actually feels quite smooth. To tell you honestly, it's not like that grippy type of rubber. Next is the stamina tip. So that's the attack, and this is the stamina tip, and people are comparing it to yielding. It has metal tip, but for me it's more like a metal survive. Actually, it's a bit wider more. So there. And lastly, the unite tip, which is a little bit wider than the original unite. Now, the good thing they did about this is they actually made it quite balanced. Whenever you're using the rubber tip, the two metal parts are actually at the side, and when you choose to use... Oh, be careful. While changing modes, you might actually push them back in. So, when you're actually using the metal tip, the other metal is inside, so yeah, it keeps the driver balanced. Now, all you need to do, once you've chosen what type of mode you're going to use, you need to just push it back in, and that's pretty much it. Now, the only thing I don't like about QUATTRO is the color. I wish they made it like this kind of red to color match more on Spriggan, but yeah, it's basically the same case as Infinite Achilles, where it had a darker Dimension driver. And another thing which I don't like, I wish they gave it a dash version, because it has, you know, attack mode. It has two rubber tips, so I wish they gave it a dash version. And I'm already seeing a lot of battles with this that this actually bursted. So yeah. But it is what it is. Now let's move to the disc. Now this It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't look like it, but this actually is the heaviest Beyblade Burst disc that we have right now, without anything else added onto it. Yeah, it's like a combination of Zero, as you can see, and Outer. When you look at it underneath, it looks like Outer. When you look at it on top, it looks like Zero. Now, how would this perform? Is it going to be very competitive? I think this would be better than Giga, I think. And we'll just have to test this with other drivers, how much life after that this actually gives. Pretty good disc. I'm excited on testing this and seeing its potential as a competitive part. Now, let's move on to the three parts that I did not separate because we need to talk about them while they are still in this configuration. So let's talk about the armor. It is Zero. It is also the heaviest armor right now in DB. So yeah, if you want to make the heaviest DB combo, this is it. In fact, the combination of these three outweighs Vanish, Fafnir, and Roar Bahamut's blade, armor, and core combined. Right? Now let's talk about the blade first. So in left spin, as you can see, it looks aggressive, right? But when you actually rub your finger to feel the contact points, there isn't much resistance. It's still the chin of Spriggan that actually will hit, kind of like the counter wing on World Spriggan. Yeah, even though it looks more aggressive than World Spriggan, I don't feel like there's that much of a difference. There are differences, but not that much. Definitely this will be more aggressive than World Spriggan. If you look at it at the side, it looks like they're designed for upper attacks because they're going up that way, so the Beyblade will go up this way. But actually, this chin part, once it hits the Beyblade, it won't even go up anymore because it will just smash it. It will just smash the opponent right here. But yeah, they are shaped more on like an upper attack in left spin because it's going to be spinning like this. And now in right spin, this is more like a smash attack. And this is actually the mode that would probably destabilize an opponent more because it's going downward. So there are chances that your opponent's layer might tilt down once it hit here. And again, that chin part will also still do some damage. And in left spin, this is the rubber part. The rubber part is quite hard. I think it's the same rubber as Brave Valkyrie, I think. And it's quite slippery and smooth. And this is the only part that is really exposed, so I don't know how much help it would give in spin equalization. So this part and this part are the only parts that are exposed. Hey, some rubber is better than no rubber, so it would definitely help. Probably just not that much, but it will help. So it's still a good thing. On the other side, there is actually metal here. See these two? So that is actually metal. And again, I don't know how much it actually contributes to the performance, but something is better than nothing. It adds to the weight. But ideally, if you use the longiness principle, you put the metal on the part where the attack should be the strongest. So if it's going to be right spin, I think they're expecting this part right here. Some smash attacks from this part. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, definitely that should have been the principle behind putting metal on attack points. There. And in case you haven't noticed, I've actually put the Solomon stickers here because I have extras to hide the screws. There. At the side, you can see this white part. It's not really a deal breaker. I mean, it doesn't look good, but it is a needed part because it helps in switching the spin. So yeah, there's nothing much you can do about that. But in high mode, this becomes flat, so you won't be able to see that. And talking about high mode, whew, man, finally I get to explain why I have this. This is very important. Not for switching to high mode and low mode, but for switching spin. This is actually used in like with the ripcord launcher. So back then, this was the tool for Qt-0 Spriggan. So you just have to align it and then twist and lock. There. That was the tool before. And also, the LR launcher actually have this part. For those who don't know, this is actually used for changing spin as well. So twist and lock. So that's basically how you do it before. Man, with this one, this is probably the most problematic, most hassle Beyblade or Spriggan or spin changing Beyblade to actually change spin. I'll walk you through the process. So first, definitely you have to disassemble the Beyblade. That's normal. And then you have to pull this out. And right now, since this is new, it's so tight. So you have to push it, right? So let's put this aside first. So there. Once you've done that, you actually need to push this back out because you won't be able to fit the tool if these are going down. Alright? So I'm gonna test this one first if it works. Okay, so it seems not to... I mean, it can twist it, but it will not be able to reach the locking part because these part right here are actually getting in the way. So this will not work. Let's try this one. Okay, so lock it. It works. So this one you can actually use. You have a launcher and then you have the tool. But it's highly unlikely that this is the launcher that you're going to be using because these bays are heavy. Now the original tool. So we are switching and look what happens. Look at the white part at the side. See, as we switch, that goes up and down depending on what spin you are going. So we are actually going to change to right spin. And that's tight. It is locked. You know that you're in right spin because this tiny tab right here is aligned with R. And there's L on the other side. So, once we've done that, we actually have to push this back down again. Because we won't be able to put it on the blade and armor if we don't do that. See what I'm talking about? There's so many things you need to do just to change spin. So here we remove that. So let's just do this and then flip it. And there you go. Oh yeah, and you have to lock it back again because you won't be able to put the disc and the driver. So this tool is a must. You have to bring this if you want to use this. There's no way you're gonna change spin without this unless you actually have two of these. If you have the money, I'm recommending you get two of these because it's such a pain and hassle to change spin. Right? So if you have two of these, then you are so blessed. You don't have to go through that all the time. So now we are in right spin and we have the black and red motif. I wish they made this instead of blue gold and then just made the center blue so that it would resemble, you know, like Lord Spriggan. There's an S there, so just if you're wondering, that's where they got that. Now, if you are curious, then I am obliged to also show you the high mode. There, and this, so there. It becomes flatter now on top. You don't see that white part anymore. And it looks good. It looks flat underneath, flat on top. It's flat bay right there. Now, of course, again, I am obliged to show you also. Man, look what I have to do, guys. Look what I have to do. So here it is in high mode, left spin. As you can see, it looks good. And I'm going to show you as well what it looks like with the disc and driver, and it looks hideous. But we don't have any choice because they added this mode, so it's high mode right there. And basically, if you don't know, this actually has 16 modes. Left spin, right spin, high mode, low mode. So 4 modes times 4 modes of the driver. So basically that's 16. So yeah, if you can find a Baytuber who would do all 16 modes in one video, please comment down the link. I'll just watch because I'll probably not do that. And before we end this video, let's just make a short comparison with World, Spriggan, and just like Savior Valkyrie, this is actually already tall in low mode. Look at that. Here is Roar Bahamut. So you can see it's a tall boy, tall Beyblade. So right now, this is the heaviest right or left chip in DB. So again, I'm advising you to get 2 of these if you can afford it. The switching of spin is a hassle and you need this right here and this one as well. And just another height comparison with Saber Valkyrie. So there you go. These two are actually the tallest of the DB base. I don't even use this in high mode anymore unless, you know, I make a combo like the God Valkyrie or the Strike God Valkyrie combo. But yeah, I don't usually use high mode anymore. I just find that the DB base are actually better in low mode. So that's it for this video, man. I hope I was able to talk about all the important things. If I missed out something, I'll probably mention it on my other videos. But yeah, watch out for the other video where I talk about all the other parts that it came with and the S gear. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.